Hey there, friends and family. Just a check-in today. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, I guess I don't have a whole lot to talk about necessarily. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I think about 11 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna have to, make sure I'm all nice and ready for that. Um, I usually go ahead and take a lift to the doctor's office. I don't try to drive to the doctor's office because it's between here and the doctor's office. There's just too much possible scary, dangerous stuff. Between the construction they're doing, the quote unquote easier way, I guess down, I guess what is that, Tower Grove? They've got that all jacked up with, they're making it safer for, I guess, pedestrians and drivers and, bicyclists and everybody. They're supposed to be making it safer. I haven't been that way in a long time, so I don't know what the construction type stuff is like. Um, on Kings Highway, if I can help it, I didn't like driving on Kings Highway before I had my stroke and it messed up my vision. So, um, but yeah, I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. They call it an MRE. It's an MRI. I guess there's something there. They're gonna look at my liver because they're afraid that I have too much fat around my liver. And there's some sort of vibration stuff they do to it when they look at it in the MRI. I guess to jiggle it and see how bad it jiggles. Um, but I can fill you in on that tomorrow. So yeah. And I didn't do a video yesterday because it was Mother's Day, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do a video on Mother's Day with no mom. Heck, I'm having trouble now, but I miss my mom very much. But I hope all of you who are mothers had a good Mother's Day. So yeah. And I guess, yeah, happy Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day, I suppose, since now it's Monday. And a fun fact, a couple of fun things I've learned recently, that the stuff that makes up a lobster's shell and like crab shells, the chitin it's called, the stuff that makes it hard and everything. Also, the same, what was it? The same substance is also in the cells of a mushroom, which apparently it makes it difficult to digest. So I learned that the other day. That was a fun little information. I can't remember what that said. Everything, chitin is made up of. But I know chitin is what makes the lobster shells and crab shells and stuff like that hard, is the substance. I want to keep saying a mineral, but I don't think it's a mineral. I guess I could ask my phone. What is chitin? Chitin is a chemical compound, a long-chain polymer blah 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 glucosamine. Basically, it's basically a form of glucosamine that helps toughen up the shells of lobsters and crabs and things like that. Is also apparently in the cells of a mushroom. Well, obviously not quite in the right configuration, the same configuration, because we can eat mushrooms, but that's why apparently it's difficult for the body to digest mushrooms. There's a whole stupid little video on Facebook about it. It made me laugh. Sorry about my hair. I'm lazy and I don't get up and, I don't do a whole lot. And a lot of times I'll wear my glasses like this so I can see things up close because it's kind of my vision all wonky. Glasses help to a point, but then they don't really help when I have to look, like read stuff and when I look at goofy things on Facebook and YouTube and just the internet in general. Speaking of looking at goofy things, I must have fallen down. I like to play a bunch of games on my phone because I don't have a whole lot to do. But I've been getting a lot of ads lately about, ooh, look, download this app and look at all this money you can make. And there's a moment where I think, oh, that would be fun and interesting to try. And as I watch these ads, as much as I can see them, even I can tell. I'm half blind, I figure, and I can even tell they're AI. Because they have that Mr. Beast guy. They use him on a lot, because he's a nice guy who goes around, I guess, mainly New York, and gives money out to people. I guess I don't think he's involved. I hope he's not involved with it. But I guess they're using his likeness in an AI program and stuff, and they've got The Rock is talking about this game, and he says like, I don't need the money, but I play this game and it gives me lots of money. And I'm like, well, you don't need the money though, so quit playing that game. Let the people who need money get the money, even though it's a fake game and it's probably a scam. Another one is what they have a Jimmy Fallon interviewing me on his show. And what the clip they show of that made me laugh because the guy's name, who is Mr. Beast, apparently is James. His first name is James. I would imagine he goes by Jimmy because they have Jimmy Fallon going, tell me, Jimmy, about your fun, fantastic game. I played it a bunch of times and I got $2,000. It made me laugh. And then they show the guy responding to the question. It's like, it's in English. You hear English, but the mouth doesn't. I mean, it kind of matches up, but it's obvious that it's AI. Even I, half blind, can tell it's AI. Sorry, I thought I heard some cats yowling and howling outside. I did hear one last night scream about something. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of cats. That's okay. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. I think they just, people need to keep their cats inside. Cats are inside animals. Ever since we domesticated them, they, don't let them out. They kill birds. They kill other, wildlife that, they're an invasive species, basically. Once you let them out, let them roam free. So, what else? There's other things I wanted to talk about. Oh, and just, I guess more about ads. Ads on the videos and stuff make me laugh because I don't know why they think I'm so worried about, the size and shape of my genitalia. Because if I buy these pills, it'll get bigger. But it doesn't matter because nobody is using it other than me to pee. So, I don't know. Oh, and I noticed, apparently I lost a subscriber, so I don't know who left us. I don't know if it was somebody just saw my videos and said, "Ugh, what the heck is your problem, dude? Why are you being so whiny? I don't want to listen to this crap." I had to listen to it for years. Maybe it was somebody I knew. Maybe it's a relative. Ooh. And I said, I don't want to listen to your crap. I have to listen to it when I'm, with you in real life. Not that I have a whole lot of relatives that hang out with me or anything, but, I don't know. But that's okay. I'll get more. I'll get more subscribers. Subscribe and like. And whatever else all those other people say that are internet superstars, YouTube millionaires, all the um, like the political guys and the what's the one guy I've been watching lately? The guy with Y files. That's interesting. That's the kind of stuff I like. Weird stories about strange things. Interesting, weird stories about interesting, weird, strange things. And a lot of them I have been, I guess, gravitating toward have been stories about. Was the one thing? There's something about Bigfoot and other kind of cryptids and stuff. And oh, here's the story, but here's why it's probably all fake. And stuff like that. So I like it. And the fish is funny. It makes me laugh. I'm blinking on the name of the fish right now. But yeah, but some of the ads during these videos, and then I've been listening to my YouTube or my Google Assistant. I had it playing me some music today, and the only ads that came on that thing were for Granger, the like the supply, they do like safety gear and things to fix machines and work and stuff like work stuff like industrial kind of stuff. So that, and then commercials to get YouTube their subscription service. And all those ads are pretty much, do you like doing this and that, but you don't like having commercials? Get YouTube's subscription service. I was like, you know what? Ads are fine. I've grown up for 11 billion years with, watching ads on TV, now watching ads on the internet, watching ads. You can't even go out in public anymore without being bombarded by, oh, buy this, buy that, try this, try that. Ah! So yeah, I don't mind ads. And another thing, I got my money from the state for my unclaimed funds. It only ended up being a couple $100. I think a couple things from the city of St. Louis. I don't know what I could have been owed from them. They don't get into super specifics. One was some random thing. I don't know if it was from the state or if it was from. If I just didn't get a tax refund at some point, maybe. And the biggest one was from Washington University, so I wonder if I didn't get a paycheck or a vacation, or I wouldn't have been one paycheck. It would have been like a fraction of a paycheck. But I don't know if it was when I worked there, or if it was from my time there being ill. If I overpaid a bill or something, I don't know. So I got that. That's going to be in the bank here in the next 12, 24 hours to spend. Yay. On bills. On gas and electric and water and every other friggin' thing. But yeah, I think that's about it. Things that popped into my head last day or so. I guess the weather's nicer. It's supposed to be up to 80 something tomorrow and sunny and nice. So it'll be a nice day to be after walking around. Because since I don't have anybody to take care of me, I have to take care of myself, and I have to find my own ride to the doctor, and then I have to find my own ride home. And usually it's easiest to take the bus home, mostly home, and then walk from the bus stop, the closest bus stop to my house, all the way home. I don't know. But yeah, it'd be nice if I had somebody to help take care of me and just be here with me, for me. Say Gesundheit when I sneeze, stuff like that. Stupid things. So yeah, I think that's about all I had to complain about. Complain about. Talk about. Maybe I shouldn't say I'm complaining. Maybe that's what made my one subscriber disappear. I don't know. But I still have 14 subscribers. 5 or 6 of which I am unsure who you are, because I guess the way you have it set up, you don't make your subscriptions public, which is fine. But, whatever you want, man. Or lady, or person. Or whatever you want to call yourself. Yeah, so I'll try to keep you guys updated. I don't know. I might sit in the lobby of the building depending on when the bus will get there, and do a little update tomorrow of the doctor's office. But if anybody out there wants to, help take care of me and make me food and give me lots and lots of money, the Mr. Beast stuff made me think of him. He needs to come here and give me, I guess he gives out tens of thousands of dollars to people at a time. Sometimes anywhere from 1,000 to tens of thousands. So if anybody knows the dude, tell him I could use a couple bucks. If he wants to, I don't know, help me pay off my car. Stuff like that. Oh, another fun thing, speaking of all that kind of stuff, I got a mail in the other day from the state, from the federal government. I don't know which one, Social Security Administration, saying, "Hey, we want to help you try to get a job." So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow until I find out if anything has to happen with me, medically speaking, and then I'll give those folks a call and say, "Hey, I can't make it too far anywhere, but I can probably work a few hours a day. Whatever it takes to not lose my benefits." Or since the state of Missouri has a minimum wage of $15 an hour, I guess I could work close to normal hours. Depending on where they where they would find a job for me. Because I would not, depending on where it is, I would not want to drive there, and I would, I guess I could, take a Lyft, Uber kind of thing home and back, there and back. I don't know. That's one of those things for at least a few days in the future, Mikey, to worry about. But yeah, I think that's all I really have today. Going through my mind of all the things I've done. And I've just been being lazy, I'll be honest. I haven't done a whole lot of walking and stuff. I took some trash out today. So I got a few steps. Where are you, steps? I got 303 total steps today so far, apparently. Sorry, I'm playing with my phone, looking at my phone. So, 0.19 miles. Not even a quarter of a mile. So. But maybe tomorrow will kind of jumpstart me into getting back into walking. And I'm sure the doctor I see tomorrow will try to guilt me into, because I haven't been necessarily losing a lot of weight. I haven't been gaining really much either. I found a paper. Apparently, I guess I've gained 3 or 4 pounds in a year since the last time I had well, it's that doctor's appointment about a year ago, May of 2025. So we'll see. And like I said, since I don't really have anybody taking a whole lot of care of me. I mean, I guess I've just been feeling kind of blech and not wanting to get up and staying up too late and staying in bed too late and all of that. I don't know. Oh, another whiny complaint here. Took the trash out. Finally, some of it. Some of it's been waiting for a little while. Got out to the dumpster. There was a toilet in the dumpster and a mattress on the side. And then a small pallet sitting up against the telephone pole that's right next to the dumpster. So I don't know if somebody's redoing their bathroom or what. But hey, I can't remember when trash day is around here. I want to say they come on Wednesdays, so that's going to be sitting there for a couple more days yet. And the bulk pickup is, I think, the first week of the month. So that mattress is probably going to be sitting there for a while until somebody does something with it. Maybe some nasty scrapper will come through and pick it up. I don't know. I don't know that every once in a while I hear scrapper type vehicles. I hear and kind of see, scrapper type vehicles sneaking up and down the alley, but I don't know. I know the 1 or 2 big things I've thrown away in the last year or so, I made sure to put them out there near the dump in the alley, the week of the first month, Monday, the first week of the month. I had some big old organ that my dad had bought a million years ago. I tore that apart and threw away the little bits and took the cabinet of it, I guess you call it, the body of it out into the alley on the week of the first week of the month. And it sat out there for a couple days, but it disappeared eventually. I made sure not to put it in front of the dumpster so people couldn't complain about it. But yeah. Sorry, I guess I like to kind of ramble and complain sometimes, and I guess a couple of people watch it. So thank you very much for that. Sorry, I'm in my old room here. It's kind of a messy mess because I had to move a bunch of my crap into it when I moved back in with Mom. And there's some of her junk too. But yeah, I think that's about all I have today. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've thought about that made me giggle or made me just complain or whine or. But yeah, tomorrow's the doctor's appointment, and I'll try to call the Social Security Administration people who apparently help disabled people get jobs. I wouldn't be able to necessarily get back to what I was doing because I think my license expired and I didn't renew it because it costs money. And I would not feel comfortable dealing with animals at this point in my life, at this stage in my life. I would not be able to deal with any of the fractious, the crazy, the not so nice animals. And then as far as like medications and stuff, I don't, the vision messed up. I would not feel comfortable, mixing injectable stuff and making pills, not making pills, but filling the prescriptions and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, I think that's it. I sit here and I think to myself, I need to get better back into shape and back into moving around and all that kind of junk. So we'll see how this all works. We'll get there. I'm still here. And I want to stay here. But it would be nice if I had someone to share around here with, or, something, anyone who'd be willing to help take care of me a little bit, help me get stuff fixed and cleaned up. And like I mentioned before, I don't know what kind of deal that the letter we got a bunch of years ago about this being a historical house kind of thing. Again, probably because it's 130 years old, and I'm sure I would have to spend the money to super fix it up and make it nice, and I'm sure there's all kinds of restrictions on what I could or couldn't do with it. If I did have the money to super fix it up. Because I know there are some surrounding neighborhoods where they can't even, paint their house a certain color or get new windows because the original windows are historical. They have to be the old-fashioned windows. So they have to spend tons of money either getting the old windows fixed and energy efficient, or they have to go to find places that make refurbish the old style windows and probably charge an arm and a leg compared to even modern windows. So luckily I know my dad replaced most of the windows in this house. It's been about 8 years now, so I don't have to worry about that. I think the 2 or 3 windows that weren't replaced are fine as far as like energy efficiency and holes and drafts and leaks and stuff like that. So if anybody, like I have said numerous times, if anyone has a bajillion or so dollars, I would have this place fixed up so fast. I would, I don't know, go on a vacation, do a whole, what was that show called? With that poor crazy guy with Ty Pennington, I think it was his name. Is his name? I think he's still alive. Where they'd pull up and move that bus, send the people on a vacation and stuff like that. I think I would happily go on a vacation if somebody, heck, I don't even need to be on TV or have a television crew or, have it on, get paid to have it on TV or whatever. If somebody just has like I said, bajillion dollars, I'll have it all done myself and, go on a vacation. Or if nothing else, I'll, give me a bajillion dollars and I'll have it all done myself and I'll go rent a hotel room for the 6-8 months it takes or however long it would take. So I could be here and be around when they have questions. What do you want us to do with this? Oh, save it. But first I'd probably have to have one of those other type of people, one of those other type of shows where they have people come in. I don't know if this is I would say a hoarding situation, but I've got a bunch of crap. My father learned from the best. I think, his grandmother obviously was around during the Depression. So she, anything she learned was of necessity. And then his mother was just horrible. Apparently, my mom told me that she would go over to their house sometimes, and they'd go down in the basement, and there'd just be piles of clothes that she had. Some nice stuff, some expensive looking stuff, and there would just be clothes piled all over the place. So I don't know. I don't know. I get it. I get it natural. I guess is the right way. That's the way I come by it natural, whatever the phrase is. Um, but yeah, there's all kinds of stuff I would like to sell, I guess, or donate. Try to sell, get some money out of it. Um, and it seems, though, that like Facebook Marketplace is not a good place to sell stuff because nobody wants it. Or it'll show interest. I had some guy. My dad has three or four. I think they're Budweiser Pilsner glasses, and I put them on Facebook Marketplace. And recently, some guy sent a message, "Are these still available?" And I replied back, "Yes. Are you interested?" And I haven't heard anything from him. So, if anybody wants some Budweiser Pilsner glasses, I think there are four. I'll take a couple bucks for them each. Oops, I cut it off, but I'm right back. Yeah, that's probably a sign I should probably go. But thanks for watching. If you've made it, especially if you've made it this far, I appreciate it. And I'm thankful for all my friends and family who watch. Whether you watch it because you care about me or whether you watch it because you want to laugh at my misfortune. If it's the former, thank you. If it's the latter, you can go take a long walk off a short pier. And I will see you guys later. Thank you. Goodbye.